On this podcast, we talk about the books, both old and new, that are worth putting on your to-be-read list. Tuesday's episodes are spoiler-free, so have no fear. And if you've already read this one, want to hear the ending, or have questions you want to discuss, let's talk Thursdays, where there will obviously be spoilers. It's Angela, and it is Thursday, so there are going to be spoilers today. If you want to avoid them, go back and listen to Tuesday's episode about this book, because today we're talking about Deceptive Bargain by Laura Beers, which is the 5th book in the Beckett File series. And I was really looking forward to this one. I was really curious about Emmett's story after he was mentioned in the last book with Rachel, and I was very excited to hear that they put Martha's story in with this one too. Now, my one con with this story was that there was a lot of heavy topics. Emmett and Martha both had some really traumatic pasts, and I feel like it was written really well, so you didn't get overly graphic, but you could still feel the hurt and the fear and all of those emotions that went with it. Like I said on Tuesday, I wouldn't let a teenager read this because it was traumatic stuff. Now, obviously, you know your kiddos better than I do, but take that with a grain of salt. Maybe read this one yourself before you let them do it. But that's obviously just me, and I do know that I'm overprotective. Everyone informs me of that. So, on the pro side, the writing in this one was just so cute, and I'm actually going to read you a couple of parts of it because it was just adorable. So the first part I used actually in my review on Goodreads as well. And it goes, "I'm afraid, Dr. Maddox," she admitted painfully, her words growing softer. "I am so afraid." Kindness laced his features as he replied, "It is all right to be afraid. Life can be trying at times. But you have endured more than most, and I am confident you can take on it all." And then on page 119, she wrote, Martha crossed her arms and waited for Emmett to back down. His lips twitched before he graced her with a warm, tender smile. "When you look at me like that, I find I would do anything to see you smile." She gave Emmett a confused look. "How am I looking at you?" "That's the problem," he explained, maintaining his gaze. Ever so slowly, he lowered his head until he whispered in her ear, "You have a hold over me, and you don't even realize it." For a moment, she couldn't speak as his warm breath tingled on her skin, causing her to lose all rational thought. Before she could open her mouth to respond, he stepped back and bowed. Now, if you think those are good, then the last 14 pages will make you melt. They were wonderful. I might have gone back and read them a second and possibly a third time, but I admit to nothing. So I'd love to hear what you think of this book when you read it. Obviously, this is a series I would strongly suggest you read in order. You don't have to, but it just makes it so much more satisfying because the characters build on each other and they add to kind of this found family of theirs, and it's really awesome. So I'd love to hear what you think of it. My Instagram is enjoylifewithme.angela, and I will be back Tuesday with another awesome book.